NXT TakeOver New Orleans happening last night, we all know that the Raw after WrestleMania will have a couple NXT call-ups. These are 5 superstars that are pretty guaranteed to get called up on either Raw or SmackDown. Number 5 is going to be Johnny Gargano or Tommaso Ciampa. It could fall either way. Both of them had the main event at TakeOver last night. Johnny ended up winning, getting his career back, but I would say Johnny over Tommaso because there was a table spot where he did a suplex off the announce table, and you can see Tommaso's head hit the floor pretty hard in that match, and honestly, for the rest of the match, he kept grabbing the back of his head. I don't know if that was staged or not, but when they had the replay, you could see his head hit the mat. So I'm pretty sure he may have gave himself a concussion during that match. So it's the only reason I'm going to say that Johnny will most likely be called up, but I'm going to say he's going to go to SmackDown. Next is No Way Jose, a man that we haven't seen in NXT for 5-6 months now. He hasn't been on a TakeOver, hasn't really been on TV. This is the time to call this man up. They're doing absolutely nothing with him in NXT. You might as well call him up. That guy I could see going to Raw instead of SmackDown. Raw is, I'd say, more of a serious type of wrestling show, so it would be kind of fun to throw his character in there, have the dancing guy who just kind of goofs around but is actually really good in the ring. So I'm going to say No Way Jose is getting called up finally. I mean, he could have got called up 2 years ago at this point. Number 3 is a tag team that lost last night. They did not hold the belts going in, and that is the Authors of Pain. These guys have destroyed the division for a while, almost a year and a half now. I honestly think it's time to call these guys up. They've done everything they could in NXT. They've been 2-time champions. They've beaten everyone they could think of. They really can't do much more as a tag team in NXT, so I feel like it's only fair to call them up. And right now, that will be going right into Raw because Raw needs tag teams desperately. So I think they're going to come out and challenge Braun Strowman. I'm saying now Elias is his partner. That's who I'm betting for. Elias and Braun for the belts, and they're going to win them off Raw. That's my prediction for Authors of Pain. Number 2 is the only diva I think that's going to be called up right now, and that is going to be Ember Moon. I love this girl. She's amazing in the ring. She just lost her belt, and truthfully, she did hit a really high peak in NXT, and I wouldn't be mad if they kept her around for another 5 to 6 months. I'd like to see her take over again before she gets back up to the main roster, but hey, perfect call-up. I don't know if they're going to throw her in SmackDown or Raw. I would love to see her in SmackDown. We all know Asuka's winning that belt tonight. And Ember versus Asuka one more time. Tear that house down. I want to see that. So Ember Moon is going to be getting called up. I'm saying she's going to SmackDown. Start a rivalry with Asuka. And number 1, the easiest call-up to know what's going to happen is Chien or Audrey Chien Andalis, whatever the hell you want to say that long name for. Just call the guy Chien at this point. He's getting called up 100%. He lost the belt to Aleister Black, a guy that I love. I like Chien too, so I want to see him make his debut. I'm saying he's going to SmackDown. I don't think he's getting Raw. Raw is too populated in the main card right now. SmackDown needs some help. Bring on Chien, bring on some Lucha Libre into SmackDown's main event. I'm saying Chien is going to SmackDown. I don't think he's going to make maybe a title challenge, but I think he's going to make a pretty big impact on his debut. So those are my top 5 NXT guys that are getting called up in the next 2 days. Let me know what you think about my list, and let me see your list down in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, because always, more to come.